Monday evening is a story of horror that unfolded on MG Road in the heart of Bangalore at midnight on Sunday. This was when a group of women who had gone to have ice cream on MG Road found themselves harassed by a group of 5 men. In fact, while waiting for their order in their car, the girls claimed 3 men kept staring at them and then started walking towards their car. Within minutes, the girls were shocked to see 2 more men join the group. They surrounded the car, hitting at the doors. It was then that the girls started screaming for help. One of the girls sitting on the back seat had the presence of mind to take this video that you can see on your screen right now. The girls claimed the unidentified men tried opening the door of the car using a knife. They even used the weapon to threaten the girls. It was only when the screams got louder that the intruders ran away. The women then went to the city's Kabban Park police station where an FIR was registered for criminal intimidation and stalking. They also gave the photos and the videos of the men to the police. We in fact spoke to one of the women who endured that 15 minutes of sheer horror.
4 of my friends and I, we had gone to Lakeview, MG Road for ice cream at 11:30 in the night. And when we parked the car in front of Joy Lucas waiting for our ice cream, we saw 3 people observing the car, looking inside the car behind the tempo. We figured they were passers-by or ordinary people, you know, who do that, but there are women sitting inside. We completely ignored them. And our driver got off the car to check on the ice cream. So the key was still in the ignition and the AC was on. We were talking, and after 10 minutes, these 3 men, along with 2 other men, came to the driver's side of the seat. And they, my friend who was sitting in front immediately locked the car. She bent over and locked the central lock on the driver's side of the car. So the car was locked. So they tried to open it, and they said, open it, open it. And the fat man that you see in the pictures, he was calling someone else and saying, both of you also come here in Canada. So among these 5 people, there were 2 other men somewhere, God knows, I don't know, or I don't know who's pretending to make that call. So they started, banging on the door, banging as in not very, very subtly, open. They were not very loud about it. They were subtle. And when we didn't open the door, we started screaming for help by that time. But the windows were all up because we didn't want to push it down. There was this man who took out a blade from his pocket. I don't know if that was in a attempt to threaten us or to open the car door that was locked. So either way, we were really petrified at that point of time, and we started screaming for help and honking the car. At this point, there was a passerby walking his dog, and he said, what happened? So we focused our attention towards him. And these people, when we started screaming for help, just walked away very calmly, smiling, sniggering, messaging on their phones, and they walked their separate ways.
The investigation is on. Based on the immediate information, certain sections have been invoked, like stalking, like criminal intimidation, and outraging the modesty of women, etc. Let the investigation take place. Let us detect the case. Let us nab the culprits.
Joining me now from Bangalore is my colleague Rohini Swami. Rohini, a huge blot on the city. Anyone who has lived in the city, lives in the city, anyone who has known the city would be pretty shocked seeing those pictures. In fact, we would request our viewers, anyone who recognizes those men in those pictures, to report to the Bangalore police. Rohini, how is the city reacting to something like this, which they have been seeing on their television screens this afternoon?
Well, Bangalore is outraged because Bangalore and people who are from Bangalore always say that Bangalore is a safe city, and such kind of incidents does send shockwaves across the city. It also sends a chill down the spine of people. I'm joined here by Deepa. Deepa, you belong to Jhatka, and Jhatka is also an organization that talks about women's security, women issues. But being in Bangalore, do you think the city is safe with such kind of incidents that take place?
I think there is a real question for safety of women here. I mean, in the daytime, I personally feel safe, but I also choose not to go outside in the evenings. And I shouldn't have to feel that way. I should have the equal rights and feelings of safety as any man in this city.
Here we've seen 5 women who've just stopped by in their car. They're sitting in their car in an ice cream parlor. They're just there for an ice cream and nothing more than that. 5 people come, intimidate them, and they're threatened. And what? They also use a weapon. This kind of a situation, have you ever come across people talking to you when you're addressing issues with young women?
We have had examples of women being harassed in different levels, and it's absolutely appalling. But for us it's about action. How can people then deal with that issue? So it's about making sure that women are speaking out against it, that families are supporting them. You file FIRs and then make sure that justice is taken in the courts.
Another thing I'd also like to ask you, when you walk down the streets, do you fear walking in Bangalore? Because Bangalore earlier, not many years ago, was always known to be a safe place. In MG Road where this incident happened, women could walk at any time of the night. Do you feel safe or do you feel unsafe?
Definitely not at any time in the night. And we were having this discussion in our office where many of our colleagues have young girls as children, and they were saying, when they grew up, this wasn't an issue, and now they have to fear where are they sending their girls for school, for play dates, whatever. It's really unfortunate.
Well, that's the kind of voices that you're getting out of Bangalore. Also, a few years ago, this situation, women would not have come and reported, but people are getting more aware, and the fact that these 5 brave women, out of which one even had the presence of mind to videotape it, because based on that the police are investigating those video clips and trying to even find the culprits. That is a new thing that we are seeing, where women are coming out and not only filing FIRs and also voicing when they face such kind of threats.
Rohini, you have been living in Bangalore for so many years. Now, isn't it a little surprising that there is no mobile patrol van on MG Road for almost 15 minutes, and it's just close to midnight? It's not like it's 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the night. How is a commissioner explaining the fact that there is no mobile patrol van for almost 15 minutes on the busy MG Road?
Well, when I've been in Bangalore, the time I've been in Bangalore, there have been times I've walked during even that time of midnight. I've also gone to ice cream parlors. We haven't faced situations like this, but yes, mobile patrolling is something that we usually see. What the police say, they do have patrolling, but it's almost till only midnight. This happened around 11:45, and they say because of the lack of manpower, they do not have all-night patrolling. Yes, there are certain areas which are regular areas that patrolling takes place. Now, take for instance this place, MG Road, is known to be the heart of the city. Usually there would be a mobile patrol van. Unfortunately for these women at that point of time, not a single police officer on the street, be it a lady officer or anybody. A passerby who was there, they had to actually ask for their attention for help. But yes, it also screams for one thing, that the police patrolling needs to be tightened up across the city.
Right. Rohini Swamy, thanks a lot for joining us with that story and all those details on that story, which has really shocked and outraged the people of Bangalore. Thanks a lot for joining us there from Bangalore. Now, Saina Nehwal stunned the badminton world when she decided to snap ties with her coach of almost 10 years, Pulela Gopichand, and moved to Bangalore to train with Vimal Kumar. In fact, losses in a couple of tournaments, made people ask the wisdom of that decision, because she was not winning tournaments. But the victory last weekend at the China Super Series has almost silenced her critics. In fact, I spoke to Saina Nehwal earlier in the day and began by asking if her victory and Kidambi Srikanth's victory in the women's singles and the men's singles on the same day in China essentially meant that India had arrived as a badminton powerhouse.
It's a big victory, of course, for both of us, but for me especially, because I thought, when I played so many China Opens, but I never thought that any other except the Chinese can win the China Open. As there are a lot of competition in China. Apart from the top 3 players of the world, there are other players from China who play it, and all of them are very tough competitors. So it's always tough for other player except the Chinese to win it. But I had that belief in me that I can, achieve it someday. I can, do it. But it was not easy. It's always tough for me. Either I was losing in the quarters, pre-quarters, or the semis, but I was not getting getting to the final stage. But I tried my best. In fact, before going to China Open, I had, I had a chat with Vimal sir. I was asking him whether I should play this tournament, as I didn't have much of a time after French Open. I thought maybe I should just play Hong Kong and Macau, but he thought that my game is improving and I can win it. So I was so surprised that he was having so much of belief in me, and he told me that, Saina, you can go and achieve it. And finally, when I won the tournament, it was like a dream for both of us.
Right, so the belief has really paid off. Vimal Kumar's confidence in your abilities to win the China Super Series title. Saina, also at a personal level, this victory is crucial because, as I said, there are many people who are questioning the wisdom of your decision to move from the Pulela Gopichand Badminton Academy to train under Vimal Kumar. Do you think this victory has essentially silenced all those critics?
Of course, many people, I think, except for 4 people, all of them were having great doubt on me, and all of them were really thinking that it's a big risk. In fact, I would like to thank my parents, Prakash sir and Vimal sir, for believing that, we can do it. Of course, it requires a lot of discipline and determination to just be in Bangalore and train for tournaments, because I'm used to training in Hyderabad, staying at home, so it requires a lot more focus, lot more strong will to just go to different place and train. But I would like to thank my mom also to be, she's with me always during practice now, and she always gives her advice from behind, and Papa gives his advice on phone, so everyone is just behind me giving me good advices.
Right, Saina, what are the different things that you're doing under Vimal Kumar, something that you perhaps did not do at the Gopichand Academy?
I think the amount of training which I got in the last 1.5-2 years was not really up to the mark, which I felt. Obviously, it's not, I would say, totally, anyone's fault here, because, Gopi sir has got so many players now. It gets a little difficult for one coach to look after so many players. It's not easy. I understand that, but, somehow being a player, and winning so many titles, I can't just see myself stuck in one place and struggling with my performance. I wanted to improve, I wanted to win more titles, and that was just not happening here. So I thought maybe I should just go to Vimal sir, because he also had some opinion in his mind when I was playing World Championships. He told me that there are few areas and some mistakes I'm doing, so I thought maybe I should just try out with him. Maybe it might work out. Obviously nobody is sure when they take such kind of step. Nobody is ever sure. But
Right, Saina, obviously it wouldn't have been a very easy decision to take, but how did Pulela Gopichand, who has coached you for the last 10 years or so, react to your decision to move out of Hyderabad and go to Bangalore?
Obviously nobody, nobody will be happy. Suppose if I am a coach and if my player wants to go somewhere and train, obviously nobody will be so sure that what kind of training I will get, or how much will I improve. So it was the same with him also, even he had that kind of reaction that obviously that point of time even he can't say anything, because I lost my match and I was also in I was also feeling bad about it, and he was also feeling bad about the match I lost. So there was nothing else both of us could speak, but also he agreed to what I said, because maybe he thought, let her just try it out, maybe it might work, and just spoke like about the match and just spoke about the training, what I should do. And finally he was like, if you get good training, it's good enough, and I hope you win tournaments. So
Saina, 2 years back you won the bronze medal at the London Olympics, and we would hope that you change the color of the medal at the Rio Olympics in 2016. Now the crucial question is, will Vimal Kumar continue to be your coach in the Rio Olympics as well?
I hope it is a medal in the Olympics. I hope that, with whoever I am, I just want to win titles. Whether it's Vimal, whether it's any coach, I just want good training. I want someone who takes care of me, and rest, everything will fall in place. I'm very confident about it. I'm not that worried about the results, because I'm sure if I get good training, the results will come. But I'm just worried that there should not be so much of pressure on a player, because we already go through so much of expectations and pressure. So I just hope that people around gives us love for what we require, and also keep supporting us, keep praying for us, and I'm sure the results will come, and not only Olympics but many more results before that also will come.
Absolutely, Saina, all of India's support is with you, and we do hope you win many more tournaments and medals, especially in the Rio Olympics in 2016. Thanks a lot for joining us on Up South on Headlines Today. Time South. Now, Kerala and Tamil Nadu continue to be engaged in a battle of wits over the storage of water in the contentious Mullaperiyar Dam. And you would expect that the two chief ministers of the neighbouring states would actually sit across the table and thrash out the issues. But despite Kerala Chief Minister Umman Chandy's presence in Chennai today, no meeting was organised between him and Tamil Nadu Chief Minister O. Pannirselvam. Umman Chandy in fact upped the ante, saying there are real concerns about the stability of the 170-year-old Mullaperiyar Dam.
Kerala government stand on Mullaperiyar is very clear. We are always ready to give water. There is no reluctance in that respect. But we are only worried about the safety of the people. The dam is old, more than 117 years. So we are afraid of the safety of the dam. That is the only concern for the government of Kerala. So we have expressed that feelings in the mutual discussions and the discussions in the presence of Government of India.
In a major embarrassment to the Pondicherry University, the Vice-Chancellor of the university has been accused of plagiarism, and a protest is actually building up against the Vice-Chancellor. Shisha Reddy reports from Pondicherry.
The Pondicherry University's Vice-Chancellor is accused of academic theft and cheating. Her biodata was cleared by the central government, and the President of India did not point this out. Documents accessed by Headlines Today reveal that Krishnamurthy plagiarized one of the books mentioned in her CV, which also lists two other books that may have never been published at all.
The Public Information Officer of the university, Mr. Manivannan, Deputy Registrar, my subordinate, made it as a protected personal information. As per the RTI Act, if you know, there's nothing like protected word. The very word is illegal. And the appeal came to me for hearing. And after hearing the appeal, I found that the order was wrong. I had set aside the order. Of course, the Vice-Chancellor threatened me with a disciplinary case.
For the past 2 months, Pondicherry University Teachers Association have been communicating to the Ministry of HRD, pointing the illegal appointment and lack of qualification to be the Vice-Chancellor and the irregularities and illegal appointments in the university.
Earlier Vice-Chancellor has dismissed one faculty from this university for plagiarism about like 55%. But now we're talking about more than 90%. It is actually word by word copy. And there is a book, and that is by Dr. Chandra Krishnamurthy, and there is article by another person, and several articles. It's a word by word they match. Only something which does not match is the spelling mistake committed by Dr. Chandra Krishnamurthy in her textbook.
The Vice-Chancellor of Pondicherry University, Ms. Chandra Krishnamurthy's position is untenable. Speaking exclusively to Headlines Today in an off-cam meeting, Ms. Krishnamurthy confirmed that she is aware of the serious allegations and will speak to the media at an appropriate time. On the other hand, pressure is mounting on Ms. Krishnamurthy to resign on moral grounds. With camera person Daniel Srisha Reddy in Puducherry for Headlines Today.